Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. You guys know this week is the launch of the PlayStation 5. Me being a Sony boy, I'm gonna be disappearing for a couple of days. Gotta enjoy me some Miles Morales in peace. So with that said, I've gotta start training my replacement for Side Flick. Let me introduce y'all to Fred, or as he's known on the internet, Baby Yoda.
Hello, my name is Fred.
This boy recently got canceled for eating the eggs of a frog mom. Now he's co-hosting Side Flick. Talk about a downgrade, man. But we do got a lot of movie news to discuss today. Some of the things we're going to be talking about here is, yes, we got an update on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie from Jason Blum. He just continues to update us, but not give us a release date. We do have a release date, though, on Jordan Peele's next horror movie. Really excited about that. And A Quiet Place getting a spin-off / third movie. That is so much more. So many of you guys leave me your opinions down below on all the movie news we discussed here today. What you thought about it. What did you think? Also, if you think Fred Jotunheim is going to be a good enough replacement while I'm gone,
I'll never eat another frog egg. Get me out of here.
On a serious note, I do plan to go ahead and stream Miles Morales for you guys on this channel, so stay tuned this week. Hopefully, Target don't screw up my pre-order and I can get it as soon as possible so I can stream that for you guys. Really excited. But Baby Yoda, go ahead and take it away with the first story.
I can't read.
Starting off here, we have an update on the Wrong Turn Reboot. You guys know I'm a big horror fan, and I am a fan of the Wrong Turn series, even if the later movies just came out so cheesy and dumb. Well, the reboot we are set to get, entitled Wrong Turn: The Foundation, has been given its official rating, and of course, it's a strong R. The reasoning for the R rating here is Wrong Turn is rated R for strong bloody violence, grisly images, and persuasive language. If you guys aren't too familiar with the Wrong Turn series, it always deals with a group of people who, well, take a wrong turn into a place, usually out in the woods, where they were not supposed to go, encountering a group of cannibals who just go after them, wanting to eat their flesh. It's a real disgusting, grisly movie. I don't know why I enjoyed them growing up, but the fact that they're giving us a reboot just lets you know there is a fan base out there for it. It just sucks that this was something we were probably supposed to get already in October if everything was normal, but the fact that they gave us a rating already on this film lets us know an announcement is probably coming pretty soon, or a trailer. Really want to see a trailer to what this new reboot looks like. As for the plot and what will be going down in this movie, they have it here. The new take on the long-running franchise will bring a group of unlucky friends to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, to spend a couple of days hiking. In this one, they are confronted by the Foundation, a community of people who have lived in the mountains since before the Civil War. Oh, and they don't take well to strangers. Sounds pretty much in line with what we would expect from a Wrong Turn movie. I just hope they can modernize it and bring it back to its popular glory instead of just ending up crappy sequel after crappy sequel on straight to DVD. Let me know what you guys think about this rating for the Wrong Turn Reboot. In some WTF news that I can't believe is happening. Can you believe it's happening, Baby Yoda?
I can't believe you're talking to a toy.
We have here Cinema Blend letting us know that Bloodshot 2 is in the works with Vin Diesel. Now, it might seem like forever ago, but if you don't remember, Bloodshot did come out this year with Vin Diesel. I have a review on it on my channel. I wasn't really the biggest fan of the film. I thought it was just pretty generic. I think there were some really cool ideas in there, but it just didn't seem to capture what the comic book was going for, in my opinion. But I guess there was enough people out there who found this fun and fascinating that they want another one. Because we have here one of the heads of Valiant Comics, the people who own the Bloodshot comics, letting us know that they are going to be moving ahead with another film, saying exactly, I think Bloodshot was very successful in that respect. A lot of people saw it and it did very well in the post-release rollout, but you can't use the same evaluation process pre-COVID to this. Are Vin Diesel and all those people going to still continue? Yes, because it did so well and the response to it has been so well. It's just that the response has been in a non-transparent environment, as opposed to a transparent environment like box office numbers. That's kind of an interesting statement to make there, because we've reached a new era in Hollywood now where we're kind of oblivious to how successful a movie is that ends up going straight to DVD. Bloodshot was one of those films that managed to get right in the theaters, and then about 2 weeks in, the pandemic hit, everything shut down, and it was all closed, and it was forced to go super early on VOD. Now, we can see the box office numbers of how it did in theaters, and it did not look pretty. Heck, it didn't even look like it made its budget back. But what he's talking about here in a non-transparent environment, it's VOD numbers. We don't know how much a movie is making when it's rolled out on iTunes or on Google Play. Those numbers aren't really let known to the public, so maybe they're right here, and when it went straight to VOD and people were able to rent it at their homes, it just did gangbusters numbers that they're like, hey, people want to see more, so we'll make another one. Like I said, the idea for Bloodshot is pretty cool. The comic is interesting, but the movie just did not seem to capture any magic for me. It really just came off, like I said, generic. But I'm sure there's people out there watching this right now screaming at me, yelling at me, saying, hell yeah, get out of there and get Baby Yoda front and center.
I was a Jedi, now I'm just green Elon Musk.
But for you people out there, would you be interested in watching Bloodshot 2? And if you could care less about Bloodshot, how do you think they should handle the public knowledge of VOD box office numbers? Moving on from there to one of my favorite working directors right now, Jordan Peele, and we finally have a release date for when we'll be seeing his next horror movie. Collider here is reporting Jordan Peele's new horror movie lands release date. They go ahead and let it be known here that the next Jordan Peele horror movie we are set to get is going to be releasing July 22nd, 2022. As far as we know though, that's all the information we have on his latest film. If you guys remember when Us was in the works, the same type of secrecy was happening where we had no idea what the movie was about. Heck, I think at that time they did give us a title and just said Us. But I kind of like this approach that Jordan Peele takes to his movies where everything is kept in the dark, everything is secretive, and we kind of don't know at all what's happening until a trailer is released and we're like, oh, this is the magic he's going to bring our way. There have been some reports and rumors concerning Jordan Peele's next movie that it'll actually star Will Smith and it'll be a monster movie. So that'll be interesting to see. Will Smith is for sure some star power. Of course, he would want to team up with Jordan Peele here. A monster film. Yeah, we don't get enough creature features out there. But it just goes to show that even just hearing the words Jordan Peele's next movie gets me unbelievably excited because the man has just produced quality so far.
Yes, but you get excited about everything.
I mean, when you go to a Jordan Peele horror movie, you're gonna be scared, you're gonna be laughing, and also you're gonna be thinking about it like, man, this film has some great commentary on our society. And that's just the kind of stuff I love to see in movies. And now with this third film, I think it'll finally solidify that this is a director to be taken seriously. And we might put his name up there with some David Finchers, Rian Johnson, Steven Spielberg's. Are you guys excited for the next Jordan Peele movie? And if the Will Smith monster movie rumor isn't true, then what would you want the horror movie to be about? More horror movie news here. One movie that I was literally one day away from watching until movie theaters completely shut down, and I am still salty as hell about it. A Quiet Place 2. Now that movie is still set to come out in April of 2021, but again, it looks like that movie is a banger, is a real hit, because Paramount Pictures has pushed forward with the third Quiet Place movie that might actually be a spin-off. Now, The Hollywood Reporter here has it that a Quiet Place spin-off in the works with Jeff Nicholson writing and directing. That right there immediately kind of hesitant already on this next movie because John Krasinski has been the one to write and direct the past two Quiet Place movies. And I really like the first one, and all the people who did get to see the second one before theaters shut down said it was a really great follow-up, and we can kind of take their word on that if they're wanting to make more movies out of this franchise. But the thing that kind of put me at ease here is this director, Jeff Nichols, has made some really great grounded movies. One, Mud, starring Matthew McConaughey, that got a lot of Oscar attention. But not only that the idea for this movie was made by John Krasinski himself. So it's not him completely stepping away from the franchise. The article just here has it said that John Krasinski is getting really busy and he's just not able to continue on with this world. Part of me hopes that means Fantastic Four, Marvel, they hired you, that's why you're busy?
Not everything is about Marvel, you child.
But even if not, I think the Quiet Place universe is definitely big enough, is expansive enough where we would want to see more stories told in that world outside of the main characters that we got in the first two movies. Because with it being a spin-off, there's only a couple of ways you can go with it. Either you start with a brand new family, but then you just kind of copy what the first two movies did. Or the second film could hint to us what the spin-off would be about. I know they're going to go visit some sort of community, so maybe instead of focusing on one family, we focus on an entire community that has been forced to survive. I'm all up for this, especially if you throw in some new kind of monsters in there, since now we know the weakness of the current monsters. That'd be exciting. But I want to hear from you guys now, knowing that A Quiet Place is getting a spin-off movie. What would you like to see in the Quiet Place world? Getting to a horror movie that we've all just been dying to hear something about, but we just continue to get breadcrumbs. Well, the breadcrumbs are still a-coming. We had here Jason Blum go ahead and do an interview with Inverse.com, and they were really just talking about his latest film, Freaky, that Blumhouse is producing. But within this interview, the interviewer went ahead and asked the correct questions that us fans wanted to know and asked for an update on the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and this is exactly what he had to say. When asked, what about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? That ran into some issues. Is it still happening? Jason Blum responding with, it's still active. We haven't quite figured it out, but we're getting closer every day. That will be Blumhouse's first video game adaptation. What are the challenges in turning a game into a movie? Jason Blum answering, the story is the big challenge. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's should have been easier because there are books. There are a lot of lore and storytelling. For a video game, I think it has more storytelling than almost any other. But still, the story goes down so many rabbit holes. It goes so many different directions. It's big. Choosing which part to tell the first time out the gate and how to tell it has been tricky. With those comments landing online, even Scott himself, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, went ahead and commented on what Jason Blum said. Thank you to Ping the Penguin for sharing this with me, because I had no idea that Scott responded on Reddit. But when responding to the comments, Jason Blum said, this is all very true. It may seem like the project has been inactive, but quite the opposite is true. It's been very active for years. A lot of big talent has come and gone trying to get this just right. We all feel really good though about the latest screenplay though, so I'm very hopeful. It's going to happen. I'm just determined for it to be the best it can possibly be. And the pressure continues to pile on for this Five Nights at Freddy's movie because it has been in development for several years. And the biggest excuse that they give for us is that they're just trying to get the script right. They're trying to get the story right. That, man, if this thing does not turn out watchable in the theaters, whew, all those years of work for nothing. But I believe they really are trying to come up with something here. Obviously, they're planning this as a franchise and want to make minimum 3 movies, possibly more if they can. And I completely understand Jason Blum and the Blumhouse team and just being so overwhelmed with the FNAF lore. It's like, how do we compress this into one movie and set it up for multiple more films? Because I know I'm a person who watches a lot of game theory videos out there from MadPat to try and understand the world of FNAF, and I still get confused every now and then. So I can only imagine what that's like to put that in script form and try to make it entertaining for the people. But with these comments, it lets us know we're still not any closer to the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Yeah, they're saying we're closer and closer every day, but they only have a director. They don't have any stars cast yet. They don't have a release date for this film. No matter what Google or IMDb says, there is no release date for this film. I think the earliest we could possibly see this Five Nights at Freddy's movie is 2022, just because for sure they're not filming anything in 2020, and if they start filming in 2021, then it'll be ready in 2022. I know we're all a little impatient, but are you glad they're taking their time and they're trying to make this as perfect as can be? But that is just all the news currently going on right now, guys. I want to know your opinions on everything we discussed here today. Like I say, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I'm gonna stream Miles Morales for you guys. Let me know what you think of my co-host here, Fred Yodemeyer. Is he a nice little addition, or was he annoying to you? I can get rid of him so quick.
Call Disney on this man, please.
The cool thing about this figure, though, is his robe does come off, and immediately I'm like, I gotta find me a good guy outfit to put on this Yoda. I'm gonna do it. Anyways, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.